Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, I wanted to just talk a little bit about a few things that you can do if you are thinking about becoming a homeowner and how to just prepare for buying a home. I've been talking to a lot of people lately who have been renting and are just tired of paying those crazy rent prices and just want to buy a home of their own that they can settle into and just make theirs. So I thought it would just be helpful to go over a few things that you should be thinking about and doing if you are hoping to buy a home soon. So let's jump on in. Okay, so this might be obvious, but the number one thing that I always tell people who are wanting to buy a home is just to start saving. Take it seriously and just save as much as you can. Obviously, buying a home is a huge expense, and even though I always talk about minimum down payment requirements not being as high as some people might think that they are, and down payment assistance programs and things like that, it is still a big expense and you're still gonna have a lot to pay for. So obviously saving as much money as you can is a huge help just to getting you on the roadmap to buying a house. And even if it's just small amounts, it really does add up and make a difference. So if you have a big goal in mind and maybe you're one of those people that wants to save up 20% as a down payment before you buy, I would recommend just breaking that amount into smaller amounts so that it just feels a little bit more manageable and it's not quite so overwhelming. So whether you have a set amount in mind that you want to save up for, or if you just want to make it a goal to save a certain amount of your income every month and put that away into an account for your house, do that. Just find whatever works for you and save as much as you can. Okay, the second thing would be to, first of all, just be aware of where your credit is at and start working on building that up. Again, I talk a lot about how many loan types have minimum credit requirements that are probably lower than what you think they are, but still having a good higher credit score is never going to hurt you. For one, it'll just open you up to better interest rates and potentially qualify you for a larger amount if that's what you're looking for. So check into your credit and understand what your score is and what your credit looks like right now, and then just work on building that up. I think I'm going to make another video in the next few weeks talking about a few ways to build your credit to help you do that. But in the meantime, just a few quick things that you can keep in mind is just to always make your payments on time, whether it's credit cards or other loans that you may have. Always make those payments on time. Don't miss a payment. Another thing is just to not carry a high debt to income ratio. So if you do have maybe credit card debt or a high amount in other loans, start working on paying those down as well. But one thing to keep in mind with that is that paying some types of debt down may not help you as much as you think that it might when it comes to qualifying for a house. So it's a good idea to talk to a lender or a financial advisor or someone like that before you start working on that, so they can give you a good idea of best steps to take on that front. But yeah, just understanding your credit and working on getting that as strong as possible is a really good place to start too. Okay, third thing is to either connect with or just start kind of looking for a realtor that you might want to work with. It really doesn't hurt to start reaching out to a realtor even as early as a year or two in advance. I know that seems like a long time, but having a realtor there to help you through that entire process as you prepare to buy a home and not just when you're ready to start looking can be really helpful, because they can help connect you with people like lenders or financial advisors or people like that that can also help you just get ready to buy a home. And they can kind of help you create a roadmap to just figure out a timeline for buying and steps that you need to take. So it really doesn't hurt to start putting your feelers out there and finding someone that you like and connect with. I usually start working with people who are looking to buy even as early as, like I said, a year or two out, just because it helps me get to know them and understand what they're looking for and understand what their situation is. And then from there, we can work together to create a plan that works for them. So I know it seems like a long time out, and even if it's something that you are a while out from and you're not quite ready for yet, it really can help to just talk to a realtor and kind of get your bearings on that front so that you know what you're doing and you have manageable steps to take to get on the road to buying. Another thing, if you are a little bit closer to buying, maybe you are thinking about buying in the next few months and you've already done all the steps that I just talked about, is to talk to a lender and either get pre-approved or pre-qualified for a mortgage. And there is a difference between the two. I made a video explaining it a little bit more in depth a while back that I'll link down below. But basically getting pre-qualified is something that you should do if you're a little bit further out. If you are thinking about buying, I would say further out than like 3 or 4 months, just talk to a lender and get pre-qualified, because it's not quite as in-depth as getting pre-approved, but it can still help you get a good idea of what you can qualify for in terms of a mortgage and what you can really afford. And if you are a little bit closer to buying, maybe you're thinking about going ahead and buying in the next month or 2, maybe 3, you could talk to a lender and go ahead and get pre-approved. Like I said, that's kind of just a more in-depth version of getting pre-qualified. So that's where they'll really take into account your income, any debt that you have, your credit, everything like that, to give you a really solid idea of what you can afford when it comes to buying. So if you are a little bit closer on that front and you're thinking about buying sooner rather than later, getting either pre-qualified or pre-approved can be really helpful, so you know where you're at financially and you're not just wasting time looking at houses that you might not realistically be able to afford. So that's it for today, guys. I hope that helped you out as always, and if you have any questions on any of this, feel free to drop them below or shoot me an email or connect with me on social media, and I'll leave all that information in the description box below. But until my next video, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.